Under the shimmering lights of Seoul, where every camera flash tells a story, the perfect love between Hyun and Son Ye-jin once stood as the ultimate fairy tale. From the cinematic romance of Crash Landing on You to the real-life wedding that captivated millions, they embodied what fans believed was love in its purest form. But behind the soft smiles and elegant appearances, something deeper, and perhaps darker, was quietly unfolding. The couple who once symbolized serenity and happiness began showing subtle cracks that the public didn't immediately notice. Their interactions became less frequent, their appearances together carefully timed, and their once effortless chemistry seemed to waver under the heavy spotlight of fame. People began to whisper, was the picture-perfect marriage of Korea's golden couple starting to fade? For years, Hyun and Son Ye-jin guarded their private lives with meticulous care. Their fans saw only carefully curated glimpses of joy, vacation photos, red carpet moments, shared interviews filled with laughter. Yet, recently, both stars began hinting at emotional struggles that painted a very different picture from the glossy perfection fans were used to. It all began during a rare talk show appearance, when Son Ye-jin, known for her grace and poise, revealed something that immediately captured headlines. Her tone was calm, her expression sincere, but her words carried a heavy weight. Marriage, she said softly, isn't always the beautiful ending people imagine. Sometimes it's a mirror, one that shows you everything you've tried to hide, even from yourself. The audience fell silent. It wasn't an admission of failure or conflict, but a window into the raw reality of two people living under constant public scrutiny. The woman who once played the charming heiress now revealed herself as a wife trying to navigate love amid endless expectations. Hyun, too, spoke up in a later interview, his voice steady yet tinged with quiet reflection. When people see us, they think of perfection, he said. But perfection doesn't exist. We argue, we misunderstand each other, and sometimes we just sit in silence. But that's real love. It's messy, it's imperfect, and it's honest. Those words struck fans deeply. Many began revisiting their photos, videos, and public appearances, searching for hidden meanings in every glance, every smile. Suddenly, their once romantic moments were reinterpreted as subtle signs of struggle, resilience, and maturity. Behind the glamour of the entertainment industry, the couple had faced pressures few could imagine. Between filming schedules, public appearances, and global fan expectations, finding a private moment to breathe became increasingly difficult. We were always acting, Son Ye-jin once admitted, even when the cameras weren't rolling. Rumors soon followed. Claims that the two had spent time apart, that Hyun's demanding projects had kept him away from home for months, and that Son Ye-jin had been quietly focusing on self-healing and motherhood. None of it was ever confirmed, but the whispers only fueled the mystery surrounding their dark side. In truth, what they revealed wasn't scandal, it was humanity. Behind the immaculate image of Korea's most beloved couple were two individuals struggling to balance love, fame, and personal identity. They weren't breaking apart, they were evolving, redefining what love meant beyond the fairy tale. Friends close to the couple described their journey as one of growth rather than decay. They learned to see each other without the filters of fame, said one insider. That's the hardest part. When you realize that the person you love isn't just a star, but a human being with flaws and fears. For Son Ye-jin, motherhood brought both joy and challenges. The once carefree actress found herself confronting emotions she never expected. There were nights when I cried quietly, she said in a magazine feature. Not because I was unhappy, but because I was overwhelmed. Life changes you, and sometimes love has to adjust to those changes. Hyun, known for his calm and reserved personality, confessed that he too struggled to express his emotions. I thought being strong meant staying silent, he admitted. But I learned that silence can create distance. So now I try to talk, even when it's uncomfortable. Their honesty resonated with millions. Fans flooded social media with support, praising their courage for showing vulnerability in an industry obsessed with perfection. This is what real love looks like, one fan wrote. It's not always about smiling, it's about surviving together. The revelations sparked a nationwide conversation about marriage, mental health, and the pressures celebrities face. Many couples began relating to Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin's story, finding comfort in the fact that even their idols faced the same emotional storms they did. Industry insiders revealed that their openness might mark a turning point in how Korean celebrities approach public image. For years, stars were expected to appear flawless, said a veteran journalist. But Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin showed that authenticity is far more powerful than perfection. In private, sources claimed the couple took time off to reconnect as a family. They spent more days away from Seoul, choosing quiet countryside escapes over red carpet events. "They're learning to live again," a friend said. To just be Hyun Bin and Ye-jin, not the characters the world made them into. Their story reminds fans that love isn't defined by constant happiness. It's shaped by compromise, patience, and understanding. The couple's willingness to share their truth shattered illusions but built something even stronger: respect. There was a time when every smile between them was dissected for clues of trouble. Now, fans see something deeper: the strength of two people who refuse to give up, even when the world expects perfection. As months passed, the narrative began to change. What once seemed like a confession of struggle evolved into a message of empowerment. Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin had not fallen apart. They had confronted the shadows in their marriage and found light within them. During a quiet public appearance, Hyun Bin was asked how he viewed love now. His answer was simple, but it lingered in the hearts of fans. Love isn't about avoiding pain. It's about walking through it together. Those words define the new chapter of their relationship, one built not on image but on truth. In an age of social media perfection, their honesty became revolutionary. They showed that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the purest form of connection. Even now, their fans continue to celebrate them, not just as actors but as human beings. Their marriage, once idealized as flawless, is now admired for its authenticity. They've become symbols of endurance in a world that often demands perfection over sincerity. In many ways, Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin's story mirrors the evolution of love itself. From passion to partnership, from illusion to truth. It's a reminder that behind every glamorous photo lies a quiet reality, one that only two hearts truly understand. As the sun sets over Seoul, their story continues, not as a tragedy, but as a testament to what it means to love bravely. To hold on, even when everything feels uncertain. To speak honestly, even when silence seems easier. And perhaps that's why their fans remain so deeply moved. Because in revealing the dark side of their marriage, Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin didn't destroy the fairy tale, they redefined it. They showed that the most beautiful love stories are not the ones without pain, but the ones that survive it. Through every tear, every misunderstanding, every quiet night spent apart, their bond endures. It may not be perfect, but it is real. And in the end, that truth is what makes their love story unforgettable. The world once adored them for being flawless. Now it admires them for being real. Their journey continues, not as the shining stars of a romantic drama, but as two souls learning to love beyond the spotlight, one honest moment at a time.